Today, I want to share 8 things I wish I knew when I began using the AeroPress. The AeroPress is such a versatile way to brew coffee, and there is endless advice on the internet about how to brew the best cup with the AeroPress. I've even shared my own recipe on this channel to add to the noise on the internet about this device. But for this video, I don't want to talk about recipes or brewing methods, but instead, I just want to share some tips about actually brewing with the AeroPress. I'm intentionally keeping this video short and to the point, so if you find this video helpful and know someone just getting started with the AeroPress, be sure to share it with them to help them on their journey with this device. Let's get started. You will find countless recipes on the internet about the best recipe for the AeroPress. You will also find many posts, Reddit threads, YouTube videos that say something to the effect of, I didn't like the AeroPress until I used this recipe. All this is saying is that people enjoy their coffee in many different ways. Personally, I prefer a certain brewing recipe, which I shared a couple videos ago, and I'm not a fan of other recipes. This isn't to say that one is right and one is wrong. You need to find something that works for you. So when you're just getting started, try different recipes until you find one that you like, then work on that one and stick to it. This little hexagon device is super helpful in many different ways. So here are 3 ways that can change the game when using your AeroPress. Number 1, set this on top of your AeroPress to help pour your coffee grounds into the AeroPress. If you're just pouring from your grinder's bin, then you can too often just make a mess. Number 2, use this for placing on cups that the AeroPress won't fit on. I used the AeroPress for years before I knew about this. I would even sometimes not use my AeroPress because I didn't have a mug that would technically fit. By placing this on top of your coffee cup, you can ensure that you can use the AeroPress with any mug. And number 3, use this to stack the AeroPress on top of the filter holder for taking up minimal space for storage. Sure, it makes it taller, but if you're wanting to save some width space, you can stack everything together. The best tasting AeroPress brews, in my opinion, result from a slower press. I used to think that the harder and faster I pressed, I would get a better cup. I'm not sure why I thought that, but hey, I've learned for the better. In general, shoot for 30 to 45 seconds or even longer with your press. If you're finding this video helpful, be sure to like it and subscribe to the channel. By doing so, it helps support me and push out the video to more people so they can see it. And if you're looking for daily coffee content, be sure to check out my Instagram, which I have a link in the description below. Stop pressing as soon as you hear the hiss. It's not a guarantee that you're gonna get a more bitter cup, but in my experience, more often than not, cups are a bit more bitter when you try to filter out all the water and keep pressing. Plus, you're likely to get some sediment in your cup from the pressure of the grinds against the filter. The next advice concerns the inverted method. Now, the inventor of the AeroPress says that the inverted method is not necessary, plus James Hoffman did confirm this in his AeroPress series, but you need to see for yourself. Many recipes talk about using the inverted method, so if you do, here's some advice. But first, the inverted method is just placing the AeroPress upside down so the filter and cap are on top when you're brewing rather than on the bottom. So when using the inverted method, adjust the AeroPress before adding water and make sure that the base is secure and won't fall out or over. Number 2, you can flip one of 2 ways. You can first place the cup on top of the AeroPress, then flip, which actually I find a bit more cumbersome, or you can make sure that you grip both the top and the bottom when you flip. And finally, always, always, always place the filter in your lid before flipping. But trust me, you will likely forget and one day make a huge mess. The 6th tip is to use multiple filters for a smoother cup. This removes some of the oils and adds a bit more clarity. I personally prefer this method, but it may not be for you. At least give it a try and judge for yourself. The 7th piece of advice is to explore the many different ways to brew with the AeroPress. I know I said find one recipe that works for you, but once you do, you can begin to explore all the different brewing methods with the AeroPress, such as an iced flash brew or cold brew style or cold drip or pour over, or brew with room temperature, and more. Check out many of the accessories that go with the AeroPress. I will link several in the description below, but a popular one is the Fellow Prismo attachment. You should check it out, try it, and see what works for you. Well, there you have it. 8 ways to help you brew better with the AeroPress. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next week.